16. 8 times 4 is 32. You sum of them up. So this is 16 plus 8 is 24. This is equal to 48. So the Z bar is equal to 48 divided by 24. So this is equal to 2 inches. So in fact, where the line is, where this is in fact, it happened to be, okay, this is coincidence, okay? This is the centroid. Why Z bar? Because it's the distance from here to here. So this is parallel to Z. So that's why it is what? Z bar. Okay. So now you want to find IYY. Okay. So IYY1. Okay. So this is equal to B D cube over 12 plus by the area multiplied by 2 minus 1 squared. So this will be 2 power 3 times by 8 divided by 12 plus by 16 times 1. So it's equal to 64 over 3 inches to the power 4. Then you have IYY 2, right? So it's so convenient to write out the table, yes or no? To draw out the table. Now, I started work this morning at 5. I'm brain dead now, like some of you, but it's still manageable, yes or no? Right? So 2 minus 4, and I'm not even looking at the geometry. I'm just following the table. Times 2 divided by 12 plus by 8 times by 4 is equal to 128 over 3. So now we found our IYY will be equal to 64 over 3 plus by 128 over 3 is equal to 64 inches to the power 4. Okay, so that's IYY. So now, based on this formula, we got IYY. Next, we want to find IZZ. Again, IZZ. Okay, so we are interested now on the ZZ axis now. Okay, so this is IZ. Right, so this is, no, let me draw a thicker line. So this is our ZZ axis. Now, question for you guys. Right, so that's our ZZ axis. Now, if you look at the ZZ axis, based on geometry, is the top, right? Is the top equal to the bottom?
Looks like it.
Yeah, it's the same, right? So when there's the same, you do not need to find the position of the what? Centroid, sorry, not neutral axis. Right? Because the centroid is going to be exactly over there. Okay? So now, when that's the case, so if you look at a formula, so I is equal to BD cubed over 12 plus by A Y bar, right? Y bar minus what small y bar squared, right? So this line over here, the green line over here, which is our centroid, right? For both section 1 and 2, this term over here will be equal to what? 0. Because that centroid that we've just drawn is also the centroid for section 1, and it's also the centroid for what? Section 2. That's why A y bar, capital Y bar minus small y bar squared is equal to what? 0. So when that's the case, all you need to do now is consider what? Consider this term only. You don't need to consider the A multiplied by Y bar, excuse me. Okay? So again, from here, you understand, right? You get it, yes or no? Okay? So this is your width. And over here, this is your what? That is your depth. Okay, so immediately you can find I is equal to IZZ, or IZZ is equal to IZZ1 plus by IZZ what? 2. Okay, so for 1, the width is 2, the depth is 8 cube over 12 plus by IZZ2, the width is 4, the depth is 2 cube, then again divide by what? Divide by 12. So from here, 8 power 3 times 2 divided by 12 plus y 4 times 2 power 3 divided by 12 is equal to 88. Okay, so that's it. So we found our I, y, and our what? Our IZZ. Okay, so now we are ready. The only thing next is what is your Z and what is your Y. That you have to be so careful. Okay, so now we're going to find the location of the points now. Okay, so I'm going to copy this image. This image is important for me. This is the analysis image. I hope the whole thing will come. Right. So we want to find, right? We want to find the stresses X at point A. Okay. For now, just write up the formula. Okay. So you know that my over Iyy z. Don't do the sign yet. Okay. Later don't do the sign. Then you write mz over izz y. Okay. So you look over here. We are going to focus on point A. Right. So for point A, my is going to be what? Compression. So you know that this will be equal to minus, right? And then for mz, okay, for mz now, for mz at point A is going to be under what? Compression. So this, both of them will be going through what? Compression. The next tricky thing is the z. Okay, so the z we have to be really careful. Okay, now let's start from my first. Okay, so this will be equal to, so we found that my is equal to 3.42, so minus 3.42 times 10 to the power 3 divide by Iyy, so we found that Iyy is 64. Now what is z? Okay, so you know z is measured in this distance, yes or no? So this is the z, this is a z, right? So this z in this direction, the geometry will be equal to what? 4. Make sense, right? That's our z direction. You have to be really careful what is your z direction and what is your what? Y direction. Okay, right? So that is 4, right? Because it's going to be from your centroid. Okay, so yeah, okay. So the next one, again, we are looking at point A, minus by mz. So mz is equal to 9.379 or 9.397, sorry, times 10 to the power 3. The izz is 88. Now y, okay. So y, right, the y distance from the neutral axis will be in this distance. Sorry, that is your y. Okay. So when that's the case, that will be equal to what? That will be equal to 1. Okay. So that is the thing that you have to be really careful with your y and your z. You can get everything right, you can mess up on that. So times 4 divided by 64. So this is minus 213.75, and then minus by 9.397 power 3 times 1 divided by 88. It's equal to 106.784. So at stress at point A is a minus 213.75 minus 106.784. It's going to minus 320. Okay, minus 320. .534. Yes.
The y direction, why is it pointing upwards towards A?
Say it again.
The y direction for
Yes.
y
Yep.
pointing upwards towards A. Should it be going downwards?
Can you speak louder, please?
I was asking the y direction for MZ.
Yes.
Um,
Why is it 1?
No, why is it going pointing upwards from neutral axis?
Yeah, because this is your y-axis, right? And that is your y direction. So at point A, this is where your centroid is. Yes or no? Right. So it's going. This is 1. Right.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Okay.
We're saying point A. I was thinking the other way. I was thinking if it's point B.
Okay, that's point A. Okay.
Yeah.
So the next one, we are going to look at stress X at point B. Right. So again, just write my over Iyy z mz over Izz y. Okay. So if you look at point B now, right, my is still going to be what? Under compression. So it's equal to minus. Mz now is going to be what? Tension. So this is plus. Right? So if you look at the geometry wise, so this is also equal to minus 3.42 times 10 to the power 3 divided by 64. The z direction, right? The z direction from the centroid over here, the z direction is still what? This is still equal to 4. And then that's plus by 9.397 times 10 to the power 3 divided by 88. Now this distance from here to here is still going to be what? 1. We don't care whether is it going up or down because we already sort out what is positive, what is negative to our what? To our moment vector. Okay, so this will be equal to minus 213.75 plus by 106.784. So this will become minus 213.75 plus 106.784. It's going to minus 106.966 psi. Now next we're going to look at point D. Okay, so the angle is still the same. Point X at point D. Only the some geometries will change. So again, you will just write my over Iyy z, and then mz over Izz y. So if you look at point D now, point D in terms of z direction, the z is equal to what? 0, because point D is smack down on the what? On the centroid. Yes or no? So for this case, this term will be equal to what? 0, because z is equal to what? 0. Okay. So mz in terms of y, right? So mz in terms of y is going to be tensile, so this is going to be positive, right? So we are looking at point D. Mz is going to induce a what? Tensile. So from here, you go write down this will be equal to 0 plus by mz. So mz is equal to 9.397 times 10 to the power 3. IZZ is equal to 88. Y now, okay, so the Y distance is from here to here, right? From the centroid to here. This is your Y now. So that is equal to 3 plus 1.